Hi, my name is Jameson Cooper of BIOL 6200 Characteristics of Biodiversity and MSc Biodiversity Conservation and Sustainable Development in the Caribbean. This video discusses the incidental capture of leatherback sea turtles on the north and east coast of Trinidad. The video is intended to further inform local stakeholders on the importance of conserving this species of sea turtles. Leatherbacks are the largest surviving turtle species on Earth. Some can reach up to 7 feet long and weigh more than 2,000 pounds. These reptiles can dive to depths of 4,200 feet and can stay down for up to 85 minutes. They can even live up to 45 years. The leatherback sea turtles are accidentally entangled in coastal fishing gear in Trinidadian waters has been known for many years. In interviews with matelot fishermen during the period of April to May in 1992, Fornelia and Eckert reported a capture rate of 10 leatherbacks per 61 meter of net per season. Between March and August 1995, 7 matelot fishermen documented the capture of 139 leatherbacks in their nets. In 1997, an estimated 200 to 450 leatherbacks were captured in gill nets in both Balandra Bay and Silibia on the east coast of Trinidad, and it was suggested that leatherback death rates of Toko Point were so high that the mortality in the northeastern region of the country probably exceeded 1,000 egg-bearing female turtles every year. According to Eckert and Lane, 2 primary factors influence the probability that the turtle will die. The first variable is gear type. Fishermen report that monofilament nets result in higher incidental mortality than woven nylon green web netting. Another possibility may be that monofilament nets are used primarily as set nets, in which the net is set deeply and anchored to the bottom, perhaps preventing an entangled turtle from surfacing to breed. The second variable is how the turtle is treated after capture. Leatherbacks were once regularly killed either to simplify their release from the net or, as in the case at Mayaro, to support an illegal market in sea turtle meat. Fishermen report that killing the turtle quickly prevents further damage to the net, and the dismembering of the turtle simplifies its removal. To encourage fishers to untangle the turtles rather than to dismember them, and to compensate fishers for damage caused by the incidental capture of leatherbacks, the United Nations Development Program provided a grant in the late 1990s to the Grand River Environmental Action Trust to refund fishers the cost of the net repair when damage was caused by a turtle that was released alive. The Republic of Trinidad and Tobago plays a uniquely important role in the survival of this species on a global scale, in that the islands support the second largest nesting aggregation in the world, after French Guiana and Suriname. With this in mind, incidental capture and mortality to reproductively active leatherbacks in waters under the Republic's jurisdiction constitute a major threat to this critically endangered species. Sea turtles were once abundant in tropical and subtropical waters. Today, their numbers have drastically declined due to a number of factors including commercial exploitation, incidental catch of turtles in net, and loss of habitat. Conservation groups in Trinidad have been spearheading an effort to protect the remaining populations of sea turtles that returns to the island. From a scientific point of view, sea turtles play an important role in the continued health of marine ecosystems. They do so in 2 ways. Firstly, beaches and dunes. There is typically little vegetation on dunes because sand does not hold nutrients well. As such, there is a high potential for erosion. A single nesting turtle can lay as much as 100 eggs on each beach and lower dune. Not all of these will actually hatch, and the remaining eggs are a valuable source of nutrients for existing vegetation. They are able to grow stronger with much more robust root systems. This helps the overall health of the dune system in that there is less potential for erosion and the dunes are maintained. Secondly, the food chain. By foraging on jellyfish, the leatherbacks play an important role in the food chain, since jellyfish are known to feed on juvenile fish or their larvae. By controlling the population of jellyfish, they may be helping maintain our fish stocks. The laws of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago conferred complete protection to all the sea turtle species under the Conservation of Wildlife Act in Act 16 of 1958, amended by Act 14 of 1963, Chapter 67. But more recently, the 1975 Protection of Turtles and Turtle Eggs regulations promulgated under Section 4 of the Fisheries Act of 1916, Chapter 67. Given that a significant number of egg-bearing adult leatherbacks is subject to entanglement in coastal gillnet fisheries, and that this entanglement threatens both the stability of the turtle population as well as the livelihood of coastal fisheries off the north and east coast, there should be an aim to reduce or eliminate this mortality while protecting the livelihoods of fishers. This loss of species would ultimately affect humans since people utilize both of these ecosystems that they sustain for food, recreation, and a number of other activities. Even if this were not the case and sea turtles did not actually have a significant contribution to the environment, conservation efforts would still be needed because of their economic value. Sea turtles themselves are a valuable commodity, not in terms of using them as a food source, but rather as a catalyst for ecotourism. In recent times, the conservation of sea turtles has been linked more strongly to sustainable development. More communities along the east and north coast of Trinidad, such as Maturia for example, have already benefited from ecotourism development. The founder of Nature Seekers, Susan Lacan-Baptiste, further explains the importance of leatherback turtles in Maturia.
Because once those turtles are coming, it means sustainability for the community. Without the turtles, there's no money. We have learned to show the wider world the economic benefit of the turtles being alive rather than dead. The community are now stewards of this resource. They are now protecting this because this is what is putting bread and butter on their table.
In Trinidad, turtle watching is becoming an increasingly popular attraction for international tourists, which brings money that creates jobs and incomes for households and communities in Maturia and Grand River, just to name a few.